Lucius and I met up in the early fall and talked about having some sort of strange independent art show. And Lucius really lit a flame under his own butt and mine and got this thing going. He went about, finding the venue and contacting people, but we kind of gone back and forth on the graphics for it, organizing the music, and we're gonna have a little hip-hop show. So it's been a group effort, but Lucius is the man, let's put it that way. Maybe a dozen or so rappers, hip-hoppers from the community come out and just do something a little different, because there's not really much hip-hop downtown. We figured if we're gonna have art, we may as well have the kind of music we listen to when we make our art.
Like vanity, line lavish, luscious and luxurious, leave a man infinitely curious. Species, devious, furious, juries of fate where the crime that you're committing. I'm drooling, so I stumble, and I lumber when I'm spitting. I'm getting in my rhyme, and this ain't won't even give me a nigga the time of the day. So tonight's not the night, literally wrong, carry on. Down the slice, it was sort of like it's not carry on.
I wanted to grow this show organically in a way, and I think when you go about that, you do invite chaos into the show.
I say that all my work is mystical because it starts with this caring for nature and then making sense out of that. I mean, in this decade, you have to make sense of the fact that humans are completely detached from it. And so to make something about nature, to me, would never be a landscape painting, because it's a whole dialogue of the human's place and what is our place. And so I think that with works like the ones that I'm submitting, the big drawings, they're very chaotic, because how would nature not be chaotic when you think about it today?
All the people going into the show are fantastic artists. There's a wide variety to most of my art as far as mediums go, because I'm still learning, trying to find my style.
Knew Joey from high school, and I've worked with him in the past on stuff when I took pictures a while back. So I took 2 series and then a large silver gelatin print of a beating with a bat.
I'm Heather Thornton, and I create works that have people in them relating to the universe and space and things like that. One of my favorites that I've made more recently is We Are Stardust, which is a resin painting which is on display right now in the Dusko. And it's essentially Carl Sagan's quote that we are stardust, and that we are conceived of matter that's been recycled throughout the universe over incredible amount of space or time that we can even comprehend.
They're all kind of dealing with violence in mythology, generally some bizarre violence with humans, and I like to kind of just show that, even though they're 3,000 years before us or whatever, they're still pretty the same. They're a lot like us. They're very violent. My sculpture is a representation of Don Quixote, and it's kind of similar to the Dome painting, but I just did it with steel. A lot of experimental welding techniques, like drip welding with a MIG welder. The lead sculpture is a sculpture of Polyphemus, who is the Cyclops that trapped Odysseus in the cave and wouldn't let him out.
I paint a couple different styles. Right now I'm focusing on using the painting to unlock subconscious ideas, and I'm using the paintings to explore myself. In Charleston, we have a lot of galleries that show a lot of serene art, a lot of Charleston scenes, harbor scenes, stuff like that. With this show, I'm hoping people come away, they're gonna say, that art though. It's out there, and it's something new. It's challenging.
My name's Rosemary, and I make art that delivers a firm slap in the face but leaves a nice tickle behind. I did a piece of their It's untitled. It's a kind of freaky looking gremlin guy holding a bowling ball. And I hate bowling, so I think that's how that came out.
The kind of paintings I do are like big oil paintings, and then I put kind of notes and like found objects around the side of each painting. And then the main part of the painting is usually a painting of a diorama. I know almost everyone in it, and they're all really good artists, and they've worked really hard to get where they are now. And I think it's about time that we finally had like an art show for all the young contemporary artists in Charleston.
My name's Sanam. I play guitar. I play a bunch of improv type of stuff. I don't really know how to describe it on my own end. I just play music, but but yeah, just a lot of improv stuff. Whatever comes to mind, I immediately build up from off the loop itself, and then continue from there.
We wanted to introduce everybody's character in a fun way and kind of break out of the mold of a traditional representing yourself. I just wanted to show something kind of uncontrolled and real, so I poured chocolate milk on everybody's head, and then they spit out colored milk of their own choosing. They made their own color, and then we hit them with a leaf blower right after they spit out the chocolate milk. So it's funny, it's uncontrolled. Everybody's convulsing in ways I don't think they planned to. Well, I think it's safe to say I don't know what's going on right now.